He had the golden touch. Everything he conquered turned to treasure. But there was one thing this king couldn't control. And it would cost him his throne, his mind, and 7 years of his life. Over 2,600 years ago, in the ancient city of Babylon, there lived the most powerful king the world had ever known, Nebuchadnezzar. His empire stretched across the known world, and his armies were unstoppable. The city shone with gold, tall walls, and towers that reached the sky. His wealth was beyond measure, and his pride would become his greatest enemy. In 605 BC, Nebuchadnezzar set his eyes on Judah. The people there had turned away from God, and the Lord allowed Babylon to conquer them. His armies marched toward Jerusalem. The people watched in terror as the Babylonian soldiers surrounded their walls. King Jehoiakim tried to resist, but it was no use. Nebuchadnezzar's forces stormed the city, taking everything that made it special. They carried off the sacred vessels from the temple of God, golden cups, and bowls used in worship, loading them onto carts bound for Babylon. But the king wanted more than gold. He ordered his officials to find the best young men from Judah, strong, smart, and handsome, to train in his palace. Among them were Daniel, Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. In Babylon, they were given new names. Daniel became Belshazzar, Ananiah became Shadrach, Mishael became Meshach, and Azariah became Abednego. The king wanted to erase their identity and make them loyal servants of Babylon. For 3 years, they studied the language, literature, and culture of the Chaldeans. Daniel refused to defile himself with the king's rich food and wine. He asked to eat only vegetables and drink water. The official was worried, but Daniel suggested a test: 10 days. After 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked healthier than the others. God blessed their faithfulness. At the end of their training, the king tested all the young men. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood out and were given positions of authority in the royal court. In the 2nd year of his reign, Nebuchadnezzar began having terrifying dreams he could not remember. He called all the wise men of Babylon to interpret them. But he demanded something impossible: tell me the dream and its meaning, or be executed. The wise men were terrified. But Daniel asked for time, prayed with his friends, and God revealed the mystery. Daniel told the king what he had seen: a huge statue with a head of gold, chest of silver, belly of bronze, legs of iron, and feet of iron and clay. A rock, not made by human hands, struck the statue and crushed it, becoming a mountain that filled the earth. Daniel explained, Nebuchadnezzar, you are the head of gold. Other kingdoms will rise, weaker than yours, but God's kingdom will last forever. The king was amazed, and he honored Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego with gifts and authority. Later, Nebuchadnezzar built a massive golden statue, 90 feet tall, and commanded everyone to worship it. When the music played, all bowed except Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king was furious. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter and had the 3 friends bound and thrown in. But God protected them. Nebuchadnezzar watched in shock as he saw 4 men walking unharmed in the fire, and the 4th looked like a divine being. He called them out. Not a hair on their heads was singed, and their robes were untouched. Nebuchadnezzar praised God and promoted the 3 friends. He declared that no other God could save in this way. Years passed, and Nebuchadnezzar's pride returned. One day, he walked on the roof of his palace, boasting of Babylon's greatness. A voice from heaven said, your authority has been taken from you. You will live with the wild animals, eat grass like oxen, and 7 times will pass until you acknowledge that the Most High rules. Immediately, the prophecy was fulfilled. Nebuchadnezzar's mind snapped. He wandered like a beast, eating grass and living outside the palace for 7 years. After 7 years, Nebuchadnezzar's eyes turned to heaven. His mind cleared, and he acknowledged God's sovereignty. He was restored to his throne, humbled and wise, a reminder that pride is conquered only by God.